Rick, Man United 3, Everton 3, conceded right at the death. 2-0 up, looked to be cruising in the game, needed game management, come out second half, 2-2, sloppy defending, sloppy attitude, managed to get ourselves back in front, sloppy again, and we've come away with a point.
Devastated. I don't know what to say, mate. I don't know what to say. I'm devastated, honestly. You know, we were in a title. We were in a title race. I don't think we are now. I really look. City have got Liverpool tomorrow. You never know, but I think the way City are playing, I think they'll probably beat them. And a point's no. When you're chasing, I looked at this today, and we've got West Brom. Look, you should. It's all right for a fan to do this. It's not all right for the players to do this. It's not all right for the management to do this. But I've looked at the next couple of games. They've got to take it game by game. And we've got West Brom and Newcastle our next 2 games. And I know we've just lost to Sheffield United, but I'm looking at that today thinking if we can beat, and I knew it was a tough game today. If we can beat them today, there's a great chance of 9 points here in 3 games. And you're right in there with 25 games gone. You're already looking towards like the 30s, you know what I mean? And to blow that like that, it's absolutely sickening, mate. Absolutely.
Well, I mean, you look at the resilience or lack of resilience there. Maguire not doing what he should be doing. First goal, the last goal as well. There was a time where he tried to buy a free kick as well. Very lucky with that. You know, this is the captain of the club. I know you don't want to necessarily go after certain players, but I just have to ask about his performance and the fact that because he's our captain. I mean, how are you looking at that, Rick?
The one, well, look, when he tried to buy a free kick, I thought you're on about the one where Calvert-Lewin was behind him and he felt him behind him. And normally, look, I don't know whether it's a free kick or not, but when you challenge somebody from behind with a little bit of a nudge, you usually do get a free kick. I'm not going to jump on him for that. I really not. I think 99 times out of 100 he's getting a free kick there. That referee, for whatever reason, chose not to give a free kick. I like to study the game again, Flex. Don't about me before I start criticising people heavily. But I've said to you loads of times after the Fulham game, you know, it went an inch wide of the post. We've got to put these games to bed. It's not just about the defenders. We've got to start getting 2 goals up and 3. I know we were 2 goals up,
and that's the funny thing about it.
We were at 1 point.
We've got to be 2-0 up, half time, concede 2 stupid goals.
We've got to be 2 goals up with a few minutes to go, though, much more often. And suddenly we've got that 9 against them, and you think it might start happening for us. And you know, we're scoring. You know, well, see another thing. Look, people keep laughing at me. Not enough people in midfield, mate. Greenwood's. I don't care what anybody says. However the goals come, you will get high-scoring games when you've got so many forwards and not enough midfield players. You will get
well today. Done his work.
I said at Leipzig, Greenwood and Rashford are proper. They are forwards, Flex. I've said it till I'm blue in the face. I know,
but they're no more forwards than Mane and Salah, and I don't get this.
They are, Flex. They are.
How?
Because Mane and Salah have been brought up as youngsters playing in wide positions. Them 2 are forwards. They're proper strikers. They do track back, but it's not natural for them. We've not got as many. Well, I don't know how to say it to you. I told you it against Leipzig. I told you it against PSG. I've told you in this game. I told you it against Spurs. We're playing with too many.
They're not there. I think you're letting
too many goals in because we've got enough people in midfield.
I think you're letting the centre backs off the hook, Rick. I think you're letting that defence off the hook. I do. I look at some of the defending today in central areas and at centre back. I look at Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison down in channels. Lindelof and Maguire scared shitless because anytime they come up against a bit of pace, they shit themselves. I look at those weaknesses today personally.
Well, I mean, I'll have to watch it again. But I bet
you never was saying it all through the game.
You want to watch it again, Flex. At least on 2 of their goals, I bet you I'll see them having loads of space in midfield before. I mean, they just got that free kick. I don't like that substitution. I hate that substitution as well that he does. Bring it for 2 minutes. I mean, he ends up giving the free kick away. I'm not blaming the kid, but he ends up giving that free kick away. Do you know what I mean?
He's just coming on.
I've seen him do that before, and the person who he brought on caused the problem. I can't remember what game it was, but I have seen it before. Just I think you need to look. I think this from the start of the game, but certainly later on in the game, you need to pack your midfield. I think, not your defence, and stop them getting the ball. So I need to watch that again. It's not just about them getting that free kick, but have we got players in midfield preventing them from getting the ball and winning free kicks?
But Rick, what with this for me, I have to see the possession stats, but apart from the counter attack where they exploited our biggest weakness today was not Mason Greenwood on one wing and Rashford on the other. They done their jobs. I think when we had the ball, we were dominating for large periods, creating loads of chances. We were fluent at creating chances. We were fluent in retaining the ball, I thought. And the only time they looked dangerous was when, like Carlo Ancelotti was getting upset, was in transition when they needed to put the ball in the channels to get at Lindelof and Maguire. That was our weakness today, having two slow centre-backs who couldn't deal with the pace. That was the weakness today. I think his play. Even Gary Neville was saying it in commentary. He was saying that.
Don't listen to it.
I know it's not gospel, but I'm just saying. I was thinking it, and he was picking up on it. So maybe I'm kind of using it because he backed up my point. So maybe I am doing that. But you kind of do that when you're trying to make your point.
Yeah, of course you do. I do it myself.
You know what I mean? But I'm like, you can see what our weakness is here.
I need to watch it again, Fleck. I need to watch it again. I know we're discussing now, straight after the game, what we've seen. I do need to watch it again.
Defending, Rick. Honestly, when you watch it,
I'm convinced I will see them running against Maguire and they're wanting the ball in the channel, and I'm convinced I'll see too much space in our midfield. I'm convinced I'll see that, and I'll watch it again.
Our fullbacks in Shaw and Wan-Bissaka, because they've been playing well, they do go very high. And to a certain extent, it was working. We created a hell of a lot of chances today. A lot of chances created, a lot of shots on target. So you could argue that it was right. But because of that, the help that actually would sometimes come from them, they kind of left Lindelof and Maguire as well. And I just think it's a game management thing. We didn't manage the game accordingly. But I don't think it's because Greenwood's too much of an attacker. And I just don't think in this game, I just see the biggest frailty in our team today was that centre-back pairing for me.
Let's pretend you're the manager. Let's pretend I'm the assistant manager. I've done this with you before. I said to anybody I spoke to before the game, I think we'll concede too many goals because we've got too many forwards and not enough midfield players. Now, all I'm going to say to you, you're the boss, I'm the assistant. I'm saying to you, we let too many goals in. I told you before the game we'd let too many goals in. We've got too many forwards. We've got too many midfield players. And I'll tell you it again next time. It might not happen against West Brom and it might not happen against Newcastle, but it will happen again soon. It nearly happened against Fulham.
Well, it's been happening all season. It's been happening all season. I just don't necessarily think that but
it didn't happen at Newcastle when we picked Juan Mata and Dan James on the wings, and it didn't happen against Chelsea at Old Trafford when we picked Juan Mata and Dan James on the wings. We drew 0-0. You know what I mean? I know 0-0's not good, but that was against Chelsea when they were doing a bit better. We need to tighten up in midfield, Flex.
I don't know. I feel like I see so many attacking and this is what I mean. I've been saying this over the last couple of fan cams we've been having about it being more about the instruction. Like you can be an attacking player. I keep saying like Son and all these top players, Mane and Salah and Firmino and Mahrez and Sterling, and they're all Harvey Barnes and all these players. Maybe he's not in their level, but you know what I mean. He's a very good player. They're all very attacking players. Get a ball, beat a man, score high volumes of goals, get high level of assists. But off the ball, they're a better drilled team. So I just think it comes down to the tactics, the instruction to these players.
You might be right. I can wear that, whether it's the tactics or whether it's the players are not naturally
other teams do it
tuned to doing that job properly. Whatever it is, it's definitely something that's letting us down, I think, and we're letting too many goals in. We are scoring plenty, but we're letting too many in.
I mean, on the positives, Rick, I mean, we looked every time we went forward near enough. We looked, I did think the passing was very patient today. Bruno's not doing all those Hollywood balls all the time. Slow. He's playing a lot better. I thought we were recycling the ball. And that's why I'm so pissed off about this result, because that's why I think because you're going in on the attackers, I'm like, nah, they done their jobs and the defense didn't. And I just feel like on a positive,
it's a team game, Flex.
It is a team game. It is a team game. But if everyone does their jobs, though, their primary jobs, if you're defending, you defend properly. I know there's other influences. You need back in. But fundamentally, they didn't do their jobs because their weaknesses got exposed.
every time we score a goal, Flex, it's partly down to the defenders and the midfield players pushing them up, maybe winning the ball back and feeding it into midfield. So it is a team game. The defender, they don't have to get the actual assist. They don't even have to play the pass to the assister of the assister. All they need to do is win the ball and pass it. So sometimes we score goals, which are partly, it's a team game. It's down to the defenders doing their bit, but then we're conceding goals. That's also partly down to the forwards not doing their bit. That's what I believe.
I know you kind of touched on it at the beginning. Is that the title race over for you if City win tomorrow?
We've got a right tough game tomorrow. Liverpool will be more up for it than I know. They've just got beat by Brighton. They got beat by Burnley. Was Burnley won it at Anfield the other week? But I also saw them smash Spurs like they were playing against kids.
And West Ham.
So I think Liverpool will be more up for it. But if City win tomorrow, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they go 5 points in front of us with a game in hand. Is that right? I think that's right. Yeah, because we're 2. We were 3, so now it's 2, isn't it? Yeah. So there'll be 5 points in front of us with a game in hand. I'm not saying we can't. I'm not saying we can't string a few wins together, but I think they can as well. I would say if City win tomorrow, I'll be staggered if we catch them. I'll be staggered.
It's just a real kick in the teeth, isn't it? Because even if you hang on at the end there after being 2-0 up, you get ahead and you go flipping it. You look at we got away with one there, which we've said all too many times, really. In these fan cams, haven't we? When you say, I keep thinking back.
I must have said it. I said it's 10 times that's going to keep happening. It's going to bite us in the bum,
and it has. It has. So, listen, very disappointing. You don't want to overreact. You don't want to go full on. But when you witness that and conceding in the last minute, it just pisses you off so much. And it is hard doing a reaction straight after the game because you're so angry of what you just saw. You probably do need to look at things. But for me, I don't know, man. That defence with Lindelof and Maguire playing against a certain type of team just doesn't work.
I mean, I need to even study the equalising goal again, but it's not through pace or a long. It's just a long punt up into the box.
No organisation. Having Harry Maguire's playing them all on side. He's got his hand up. Always doing this point in. It's just shit. But we go again, Rick. Tough FA Cup game against West Ham, isn't it?
Against West Ham, we've got to win that. We've got to try and look. I think we've said since the first ball was kicked this season, if we could get top 4 in any trophy, you'd take it. And I'll still say that now. Top 4. I've had people saying to me, top 4, you're talking like we're Arsenal. Look, we're not what we used to be. And if we want to be in the Champions League. It's not about. Sometimes when you say top 4, people say to you, it's that like dead derisory. Oh, we only want to be in the top 4. Well, let's put it in a different manner. We want to be in the Champions League, don't we? If you're in the Champions League, you've got a puncher's chance of winning it.
And you've got to be in the top 4.
I want us to be in the Champions League, so forget top 4. I just want us to be in the Champions League.
Yeah, which means being in the top 4. Yeah. Listen, I'll let you go, Rick, but we go again. Okay. Go again. Disappointing. So annoyed. Honestly, I'm fuming.
Is it? I think it's Tuesday.
I think it's Tuesday. Was it Wednesday? I can't remember. Yeah. All right, and Rick. See you then.